Hi, it's Lynn from LynnieCDesigns. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in West Sussex in the UK, and I'm coming on to recreate this card. I've made a video of this type of card before, and it's one of the cards that I made for my card classes in August. I'm not sure whether it needs that ribbon just to fold it. It's a floating gatefold card, floating pop-up gatefold card. Anyway, I've just noticed, look, somebody's put a thumbprint there. Anyway, I'm going to recreate it here, but sort of simplify it so it's slightly easier. I have used the Simply Zinnia stamp set, which is a firm favourite, and I will leave a link up here to another video that I've shared with some more ideas for this. I've used two of the dies from Nested, two of the Nested Essential dies, these two, for the front and inside panels. I've also used this from the Spotlight Nature, and I've shared on my Instagram an example of a card that I made with this, but this is a beautiful set, and I will be sharing more. The sentiment I'm going to be using is from Sentimental Park. So for this card, and the designer series paper that I've used is from a pack called Countryside Rose. It's a 12 by 12. It is a pink version of Countryside Inn, so blue version of this. This is in the annual catalogue, and actually it's one of the papers that is in a 15% off sale at the moment. I'll put links in my blog so that you can see all the papers, or a photo, I'm not sure. Anyway, yes, I won this as part of a challenge earlier in the year, so I thought I would use some of it, but this time I'm going to change up the colours slightly. So I've still got a thick white card base. This is 14.8 centimetres by 21 centimetres. And I have scored it at, my trimmer, it needs to be scored at 5.25 either side. So I've done one 5.25 and then scored it again. So that's the card base to create the gatefold. I've got two panels of the different designer series paper from that same pack to go down on those two panels. I can see that I just need to trim that up slightly. I've got, this is Pretty in Pink, the largest of those nested dies, and then I've got already die cut 3 of the slightly smaller dies for my panels, for my labels. And then I have got a piece of card that is 4 centimeters by 12 centimeters, and I have scored it at 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters and 10 centimeters, and then I am just going to cut that up the middle, and that they are used for our pop-up version on the inside. So let me just trim those up. I don't know why I cut those at the wrong size. Take that down to 14.5 centimeters. So let me get a bone folder. And they, if I've done that right, will meet in the middle. Now they're catching slightly, so what I'm going to do do reinforce those score lines. Right, I'm just going to take off the tiniest slither. Let's see if I can find my trimmer hidden under the DSP. So I've got my little trimmer. Just going to take the smallest slither, as you can see, off. Needs to be off both sides. Look, I'm doing a very small amount because can't put it back in once you've done it. That's better. That's flush now, but you can see, I mean, nobody apart from me would know about it, but I'm a perfectionist. So the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything is just pop those on the front with some liquid glue. Cute bunnies on the other side of that, those stripies. I do love this glue. You just don't need to put very much on at all. Oh, dog's back from his walk and I can hear him bouncing his ball impatiently. So cute. There we go. Right, we'll put that off to one side. And I've got my 3 little panels. These are beautiful because they've got nice little stitched or dotted detail around the edge. I'll just bring that round so that there's, in case there's any glare. And we have stamps on the back. Right, let me just get organised. Before I start, I've got some clear post-it notes. These are a game changer. I'm going to stamp the single zinnia. On the top there. And I'm going to cut that round and use that as a mask. Masking isn't something that I do very often, but actually it's quite good fun. Pop that on there for the sentiment. I don't know about you, but I've got scraps everywhere. Right. Get a scrap of card. Put that the right way round. And we're gonna trim that out with a pair of snips. So just let that dry a little. Because it's shiny, so it is going to be reflective. And what you do when you want to do masking is to actually cut on the line of the image. Normally when you fussy cut, you would cut the other side of the line. It's quite hard to see. I'm cutting this in not very good lighting, because I don't want got the lines, the lights pointing downwards, because they'll reflect off my lovely glass mat. It does make it quite hard. To see that. Hopefully I've done a good enough job. You can... Right, let's have a look. That side. Place that over the top of our image, and then I'm going to come in. I'm keeping it very simple. Unlike the other one, a lot of die cutting and quite fiddly and faffy. And this is just a really nice way of keeping it simple. A little bit of colour, you take the mask off, and voila, the flower is in the foreground. So I am actually going to do the same thing on the inside, but I'm going to stamp 2 of these large flowers. Do one coming in there. And the beautiful thing with this is you can use the same, let's find out where it is. You can use the same mask. And I'm going to come in just on this edge here. And I'm going to bring some greenery just from that side. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow just to the centers of those flowers in a moment. Put that off to one side, and so let's celebrate I want to have your birthday, so let's have a look. Maybe I just went, let's celebrate your, yeah. Your normally I would mask that off, but hopefully I've done that correctly. Your birthday, and then we're going to come in with our leaves again. What did I do with the green? Come in. Right. That's us done. I will just fussy cut the sentiment. Friends always grimace when I do this, but I find it quite therapeutic. I never used to, but I do now. If you're not very good at fussy cutting, you could always draw around your image to help you rather than freehand it. I'm quite happy to freehand. There we are. Let's celebrate. So that's fabulous. And the mask, once you've got it, you can just pop it back in your case and you've got that to use for future projects. Fabulous. Love doing that. So let's just, I'm going to bring in, I've got the dark lemon lolly. Let's see. Just to bring a little bit of colour to that centre. All those centres. And you could, just if you wanted to change it up, my lovely friend Saffron, who came to card class earlier, she, my other friend Nikki, used the other stamp in the Zinnia, this one on the inside, so I thought that was quite nice. But whereas I coloured in and used the dark, I think I used Melon Mambo to colour in the zinnias. It's quite nice, they're kind of daisy-like, aren't they, like this? I'll just do that. Ooh. Excuse the squeaky. A little bit more colour. That's the thing about the blends, you can just keep going and add a little bit more colour. But that's enough for me. So there are our tags. Now we want our two mechanisms. Let me just want our two mechanisms there, and I'm just going to use my bone folder to reinforce all the score lines that we made. And as I said at the beginning, I've done one of these cards before, a couple of years ago actually, and I've never taught it in class, and I'll share a video of that up here, but thought that this would make a nice, it's nice to do a fun fold for my ladies. So with our card, bring back our card base, we want to have, do the inside first. That's going to go on there. These are going to be on the inside here. So you can have these positioned wherever you like. I like having them sort of bunched sort of in the middle. Then I can write the name of the recipient at the top, and then a short little message here. So you want to have the single tab score line on this side, and then you've got the larger bit and two smaller. This is going to be for the top piece, and then you've got it the other way around, so you've got the single this side and then the two scores of that side. And I'm going to pop some glue on this longer piece here. That's where I'm going to have my labels. I'm going to pop those there, and you want them up to the single score, and you can use your grid sheet because you want these on straight as possible. That looks about right. And then this one, you want to line it up to again the single score line. That looks straight. Make sure that they are dry. And that's lovely. So I'm going to fold that bit in and pop that in place. Fold the two in and pop that in place. You can either do them singly or on your own. I'm going to try and do them both together. Let's get the hair out. Right. Well, let's not be too ambitious, Lynn. We'll do one at a time. So up to the score line and fold that over, and just give that a chance to adhere. And reinforce it if you want with your bone folder. And again, I'm going to keep that one there so that I can see that you don't want them touching. Up to the score line, and let that adhere. Is that straight? Hopefully that's straight. Right. And now we're going to put on just on that last tab there on both sides. And I'll show you both ways. You can hold that down and lay it flat. And that sticks. Or you can pop this over the top, but I think as I've done one already, I'm going to tuck that one in. The second is slightly trickier, so happy to do that way. Just give that a few minutes and then reinforce that. Make sure it's stuck. No, I moved it slightly. So you just want to make sure that it will close flat. There we go. Lovely. And now we have to decide whether we want the ribbon or not. And actually I had done my other one with them that way up, but the girls did it that way and I liked it even better, so I'm going to do it that way. We want the label stuck on just to one side of the gatefold, so we're just going to put some glue on this part at the back. We don't quite want to go up to the halfway point, but we want to make sure that it sticks. So pop it so that it's sort of in position. If you were adding ribbon, you would do that now. Because actually it's nice to fold it up with a ribbon, but when it's standing, the ribbon's sort of superfluous to, or excess to requirements, and just hangs there. So this one I'm not going to put any ribbon on. I am just going to pop that up on dimensionals. We'll use some large dimensionals. Dog's found his squeaky ball. That's not so good. So put that on there, and then we will use the edge of the sentiment. Now what we might have to do is cut one of those in half. Oh, I just had a panic then that I hadn't pressed record. So let's celebrate. And we will use some, these are some of the In Colour shimmer gems which are absolutely beautiful. And let's see, let's clear the decks a little bit, get my take the pick tool. Oh. These are so pretty. Oh dear. Me and my threes. There we go. What do you think? These are beautiful. Let me bring back the other one. So yes, I used the dies to create a 3D flower on this one, and used our little tiny flower there. And I actually quite like just having the insides and using the same leaves on all. That's far simpler and really pretty, I think. Anyway, I am waffling, so I will leave you to it. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're not already a subscriber, then please hit that button and you will get the bell so that you get notified when there is a new video. And as always, leave me a comment if you enjoyed me waffling. Take care, be safe, happy crafting. Bye for now.